In 1868, Christopher Latham Scholes painted the first modern typewriter. 9 years later, typewriters were marketed to the general public. These early typewriters, with their clicks and their clacks, have evolved over time to what we know as computer keyboards today. Just compare the look and layout of the keys.
Welcome to Mario Teaches Typing.
Yeah, I didn't time that right. and feel of the buttons, and the sounds they make when pressed. This week in the jangdok, the Gochujang Gang Spice Test keyboards.
Gochujang Gang.
Should I do that again? I don't know, it's fine. That's what we're known for. So then and now, our world and everything in it is constantly being fermented over years and years in a giant jangdok under a lid of culture and lifestyle. What besides gochujang can stand the test of time to stay hot or not? Here to decide with me, Alex, the ambitious youngster Gochu, who thinks he's the over $100 keyboard, specially made, but is more of the free keyboard that comes with your computer desktop. Amanda, the adventurous Professor Gochu, is like the sound of a writer in the early 1900s with writer's block. There's click-clacks, interruptions, followed by huge pauses. Michael, the mannered hotshot Gochu, is the mechanical keyboard who still has a spring in his step. And I, Chad, the creative genius and spiciest Gochu in the universe, Jesus. And that extra light in between keys, that extra click, that extra design flair around the edges of the keyboard. And with us today, we have the charismatic GG, Guest Gochu Josh. Hi, Josh. Yeah, thanks for sitting through that.
Yeah, hello.
All right, so I know it's been a while since we had our last guest on the show. So Josh, just so you know, we call our guest Gochu, so you're GG Josh for this episode. So latte is horse. We're talking keyboards this episode. So the reason why is because Josh is an expert in keyboard making.
I'm afraid to say or call myself an expert. I'm scared.
It's okay. So back when COVID first started, do you remember like the hobbies that people had, the typical hobbies like baking bread, getting new pets, that kind of thing? And now that COVID is here to stay, now people have hobbies that they actually like to do, like they like to enjoy doing. Like Amanda, like you have what your what do you call it?
I've been crocheting, but I'm not sure. I never really had like a long-term hobby, so I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna last. But but yeah, that is something that I have picked up during COVID.
And then Alex, do you have any new any of those permanent hobbies because of COVID?
Not because of COVID, but I think golfing is a big one. We go like twice a week, maybe, to the driving range, and we'll go to the course for the first time in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too. Golf is one for me.
Yeah,
I would, but it's weird to call it a COVID hobby because you go outside for it.
Yeah.
Same thing with bouldering. I picked up bouldering after COVID started. Another weird thing because you go there and there's a bunch of people there, especially after work. But how about Gochu Mike? What was your to stay COVID hobby?
Excuse me. I think for me it would be something just recent. Trying to do latte art.
Okay.
Not going well so far. Just a bunch of blobs of milk. But it's just first week or so. So I think we'll get there eventually.
That's fun.
Yeah.
What are you trying to make that's turning into a blob?
Anything. I'm kind of going with the flow. I'll start like, oh, okay, that's gonna be something, and then it just isn't anything.
Oh.
I think the easiest is like just like a heart or like a tulip. Those are like kind of the classic ones. But yeah, anything I'd be happy with.
You could also make gochu shape, like pepper shape.
Okay, that sounds okay.
Yeah, that'd be
end
easy to
goal.
make.
All right, end goal.
Future podcast art cover.
Oh,
Season
yeah. Maybe we can
35.
share that in our story.
Wow, season 35.
Yep.
Actually, we need to redo our coffee episode. I think that was our worst episode to date.
You had a coffee episode?
We did do one.
Yeah.
Blocked it from your memory.
Yeah.
But okay, so Josh, so your hobby is keyboard making, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So yeah, essentially I build mechanical keyboards, and what that entails is that you source the different parts for it. So there's the keycap that you usually see, but there's the case, the actual body. There's the PCB, that's the actual circuit board, and then you solder the switches onto the PCB, and then there are these things called stabilizers that are also used for the longer pieces or keys on your keyboard. And so you source all those parts, and then you kind of just build them together, almost like a Lego for adults. And it's pretty fun. Oh, sorry.
Legos can be for adults too. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna backstep real quick. Yeah.
But then how'd you get into it though? Like it's kind of like a very niche hobby to have.
Yeah. So for me, it started with building my first PC. Like I didn't do that until right at the start of COVID. And then from there, since I had I have like a nicer PC now, maybe I'll also clean up my desk setup and make it nice. So then I did the desk setup hobby, and then eventually I was like, oh, okay, now I need to switch my keyboard because I'm an essential part of the desk setup. And then once I got there, I kind of got stuck and I couldn't get myself out. So
did you self-teach yourself? Is it like self-taught?
Yeah, there are a lot of videos out there on how to do it. But yeah, I pretty much just learned just by watching those videos.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned how to solder for the first time during all of this too. Yeah, it's a fun process.
How many have you made so far? Like, what do you do after you make these keyboards? Because usually people only need like one keyboard.
Yeah. What was the first question?
Oh, like how many have you made so far?
Oh, how many? I think I'm about over 24 keyboards now.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. And then so for me, you're right. Like most people only need one keyboard, and I think it became more of like a collector mentality around this, because one of the cool things about these keyboards is that. I think one of the things that I like about them is that they are designed by individuals all across the world. So, for example, like one of the keyboards back there that I have is designed by somebody in the United States, in North Carolina. And then I have another keyboard that's designed by somebody from Korea. And then there's another keyboard that's designed for somebody in Malaysia. And so it becomes more of like I'm collecting from all these famous keyboard designers, like their top keyboard that they designed.
Okay, so it's kind of like people with NFTs who collect NFTs that are designed by like top artists around the world.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's more practical. The value is still there.
Anything is practical.
Yeah.
Wait, so when you say you get these from like specific when you get like specific designs, do you mean like is there like a kit for like the keyboard making?
Right. Yeah. So most of the time, so these cases are pretty specific. So for example, like this one, it has a pretty specific layout, and because of that, it requires a very specific PCB. And so the designers would then design the case, and usually either design or have somebody design a PCB for them, or do it themselves. and so that's what you would get. And then for the switches, you source that yourself. You get from a different manufacturer. And then for the keycaps, that's also by a different designer. And then you kind of follow them. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
All right. All right. But before we move on, let's touch upon keyboards back in the day. So your relationship with keyboards growing up. So Gochu Mike, why don't you start us off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you used a lot of keyboards as a young Gochu Mike.
Yeah, but back in the day, I was like a little PC gamer, you know, so all those Blizzard games and stuff, Diablo, StarCraft, online stuff. But for keyboards, I don't think I ever got a special one besides the one that just came with the computer.
Also,
So
Gochu Alex standard.
You can just, you know, in your head, you know, like the white, beige, tannish looking keyboard that yellows over time. Exactly that.
Okay, all right. And how about you, Gochu Alex?
I think the same. Actually, one of my computers I had when I was in high school, my first computer, the keyboard was like attached to the computer screen, and so it would you could push it up to like when you want to make room on your desk, and you pull it down. Yeah, so I mean, it comes with the computer, so yeah, one of the standard Alex keyboards, I guess. Yeah.
Is that like a reverse laptop?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But it's like it was for a desktop though.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I don't remember
then-
that one. Did mom and dad buy you that, and they didn't buy me
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Oh.
You and had like a laptop.
Oh,
had
okay,
desktop.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And
The
then,
reverse laptop.
Also,
in
don't
college,
mention
though.
don't mention our sister's name. I don't think she wants to be associated with the podcast.
Okay. All right, I'll bleep it out. But in college is when I bought my first mechanical keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was like a steel case. Steel case, is that right?
Series?
Yeah.
Is it still Steel Series?
Steel series. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go to Amanda.
I was really never into computers or keyboards, so I don't know really much about it. But my dad was actually he still is, but he's very interested in like electronics. So when I was younger, I remember him actually like building like computers and desktops and stuff. That was his hobby.
Okay.
And so yeah, we used to just have like a lot of those parts around at home.
Okay. And for me, pretty much the same as what Gochu Alex and Gochu Mike said, sans the special computer that our parents got him. But I do remember you guys played Mario's Teaches Typing, the computer game that teaches you how to type. That was the opening sound. Yeah, I think it was a pretty popular game where you can learn how to type, and then as you do it correctly, Mario goes through stages and beats bad guys that way. But okay, yeah, I mean, you guys all played some kind of typing game, right?
Yeah.
Growing up.
As a kid, I always wanted that, but I didn't get it. I just had Mavis Beacon in classes. I didn't have it, but you know, when you went to school, they took you to the computer lab and do Mavis Beacon.
That's the same one that I had.
What is Mavis Beacon? I never heard of it.
It's Mario without the fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Accurate.
And then, so GG Josh, how about you? When you're growing up, your experience with keyboards?
Yeah, no, I wasn't big on PCs growing up as well. So I don't think I had any special keyboards growing up. The first keyboard that I actually cared about was in after college at my first job, and it was one of those like Microsoft ergonomic keyboards. It's kind of lifted up, like tented a little bit, and it's also like soft membrane keyboard. Yeah, no, that was like my favorite keyboard for the longest time, just because like I felt like, oh man, I can be on this keyboard all day. It just feels so nice. Yeah, but like any all the other keyboards before then was just
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to move on to our Golden Gochu Quiz, but do you guys all download, or I'm not download, create an account on typeracer.com?
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
I didn't
did
know
you?
you're supposed to make an account.
I
Well,
tried
I
it without
text-
an account, so
I'm
I
sorry,
messaged
I
you,
know. I'm not very good at this.
I didn't want to give him my email, so I just I tried it out as a guest and it works. So
Oh, okay.
What then?
In
How
like
am I
a
supposed
private
to add you as a? Okay, let's try this. Let's try this out here.
oh, just send a link for a room. Yeah.
Okay. The Golden Gochu Quiz. It is this or that. So we have 6 questions. I'm gonna give you a question and have an option of the correct answer is this or that, and you can chime in with your name and guess what the correct answer is. So if you guess right, you get plus 5 words per minute to your score. If you guess wrong, you
Ooh.
minus 10 words per minute from your score. And just so you know, after this 6 questions, we're gonna have the Type Racer challenge with all of you competing at once.
No, no.
Okay. And so pretty much the end score is your word per minute on the Type Racer plus and minus these score points here. Okay, so you can chime in if you want or don't. Okay, let's get started. The first question.
Oh, okay. The quiz is first, Amanda.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm doing homework now.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You can do homework after. Okay. So first question is, okay. Also, can't look at your keyboards for this one. The letter key below and slightly touching the letter key I is J or L.
GG Josh.
Yes, Josh.
J.
That is correct. Okay, GG Josh gets 5 words per minute onto his score.
Woo!
All right,
I'm
next
gonna need
question. The symbol that shares the same key as 7 is ampersand or star.
GG Josh.
GG Josh.
Ampersand.
That is correct. Uh-oh. This is too easy for him. All right, question 3. Okay. Shift plus the key directly right of the P key will give you curly left bracket or straight left bracket.
Go to Amanda.
Go to Amanda.
Just straight left bracket. Or curly.
It's one or the other, this or that. Okay, Coach Amanda, that's incorrect. You minus 10 words per minute to your final score. Okay. Question 4. You have to get 2 right to get back to 0 on that one.
Okay.
The letter key below and slightly touching the letter E is S or F.
Go to Amanda.
Go to Amanda.
S.
That is correct. Okay, right now you're at -5. Okay, question 5. F12 is directly left of the scroll lock or print screen key.
GG Josh.
GG Josh.
Print.
That's correct. Wow, you're at what? Plus 15 now?
Plus 15.
Okay, last question. What are you guys doing? You guys go to Mike, go to Alex? You don't know
It's part of
anything?
the strat.
Minus 10 points
It's part of their strat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at -5.
I know.
All right. Ergonomic keyboards usually split left and right side between the keys VB or BN.
GG Josh.
GG Josh.
B and N.
That is correct. Wow, GG Josh. Okay, so your final scores be plus 20, and then go to Amanda's gonna be -5. All right.
We're done. You don't
Yeah,
have more
we're done with this portion of the quiz. So now we have to do the race.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay, so let's set this up here.
All right, I'm ready.
Should just let Josh answer all the questions.
All right. Do I click join race?
Yeah, join race.
Oh, I just show up as guest. So should I?
Oh, it's gonna start in 9 seconds.
Oh, it's gonna be in 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh
All right,
shoot!
leave. All right.
Leave.
All right, I'll leave. I left.
All right, leave. No. Wait, am I still in it?
Wait,
No, no.
Oh,
where
it
was
ended.
the
It ended.
General.
Okay. I'm gonna make an account real quick. Is that okay?
Okay, go ahead.
How come there are 5 guests too?
I'm a guest.
Am I the only person who did the?
Oh, okay. So you can enter the racetrack, but then click join race all at the same time. So the countdown, yeah, it doesn't time us out.
All right.
Am I on?
I see Michael and Amanda. Alex, are you a guest?
Yeah, I'm one of the guests.
Oh, okay. One of the guests.
Okay. I am almost. I am not a robot.
Oh, he's signing up real quick. This is a bad sign.
Does it give me an advantage? Okay, so I think I'm ready. I'm Josh. Okay.
Okay, Josh. Okay. So go ahead and click join race.
All right.
I need more space on this desk. Whoa.
We're missing. Okay, we got everybody. All right, get ready.
Ah!
Hmm. Oh shit. Whew.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Go to Michael.
Wow. Okay,
Oh,
so-
no.
So
Oh,
that
wait a minute.
means
Go to
No,
Amanda
no,
minus
wait.
is 5.
Yes, did I do it?
Yeah, I think go to
Wait,
Amanda.
no, but I think we should do this again because
oh.
my laptop is only like half on this desk, and so it wobbles.
wow.
Like, people
I don't
wobbling
know
too.
about that. Wait, wait. Okay,
This
clearly,
isn't fair.
clearly, Gigi Josh was first by far. Oh, but
Oh,
you want
well,
do,
yeah,
you want to do it
with
again?
the-
One more time. Are you
Can
okay
I
with
move your push back your laptop
It doesn't
a
go
little
back
bit?
though. Here, can you put it right here?
Okay. Okay, that's a little better.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's do it one last time then. Is that okay, Josh?
okay.
Oh, so I was muted. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and join race.
Join race.
We're missing Alex and Mike.
Oh, should we?
Oh,
Are we all good?
are we starting?
I think so.
I can't.
Ooh.
Who is guest? Oh, that's
me.
Alex.
That's me. But Amanda pushed me off my desk.
Okay, well, I think this is enough now. I mean, so okay, so Josh ended at 78, but plus 15, that puts Josh number 1, first place. Go to Amanda as second, then go to Mike, and then Alex is last.
Wait, no, I think we're tied for first, Chad.
Really?
You're at 93 as well, right?
Oh no, I don't count. I'm not playing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? How come you don't count?
That's just one of the things, the perks, I guess, that they gave me when they put me in charge of organizing the episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. Perks in quotes. All right. Well, congrats, Josh, for winning that the Golden Gochu Quiz. It was no competition. Man, next time I need to make those questions harder. Okay, but yeah, that was some pretty hot typing. But speaking of hot, oh god, yeah, it's been pretty hot these days with the weather, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It almost feels like spring is here. or already
Feels
here?
like summer here.
Not quite, but I think, spring is coming, and you know what that means. You got to get something special for your special woman.
Oh.
And no, I'm not talking about a girl. I'm talking about your mom. Remember last year for Mother's Day, you just gave her grocery store flowers? Come on, your mom deserves better. Look no further than Ana Luisa for luxury jewelry. And for environmentally conscious moms like mine, they'll love the sterling silver earrings made from recycled metals or the diamond necklaces with cruelty-free lab-grown diamonds. And with Mother's Day just over the horizon, you can use our link, shop.analuisa.com/spicy. That's ANALUISA, or enter the code SPICY upon checkout to get 20% off all products. So you can afford to get something nice for your sister too. With fair priced jewelry, some starting at $39, you know you're getting your money's worth. Do better this coming Mother's Day. You have plenty of time now, so don't screw it up with last minute flowers. Make it easy on yourself. Go to shop.analuisa.com/spicy. That's ANALUISA, or enter the code SPICY for 20% off all products. Pick out any of the top quality jewelry for your mom and sis. You can't go wrong. Or better yet, have your sis help you out on what to choose and buy her top-notch jewelry as thanks. I mean, come on. With fair prices, discounts, and codes, you can afford something for your Nuna as well. Spread the joy and simple pleasures of Ana Luisa.
All right, thank you for more sponsors at Ana Luisa. Thanks for the ad read. Or can I say that? Thank you, Gochu Mike, for that. Let's.
Should have worn one of the jewelries.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not wearing anything? I thought.
Yeah, but
I thought
she did wear it yesterday though.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
okay,
went out.
okay. All right.
But still, Mother's Day? That's in May.
I know. So that's why the whole ad was about being prepared early.
It's so early though.
Time is flying for me right now.
It is.
You don't wanna
So it's
wait
like it's
till
basically
last
there.
minute.
Dude,
Yeah.
these days I have no time to do anything. I'm busy all the time.
February, like I don't know where it went. It's like it's March already, pretty much.
Yeah, it still
It's
feels
March
like the
right
beginning
now.
of the year, but at the same time, we're already like almost in the middle. It feels like it's gonna be in the middle.
Yeah, practically
Practically is.
Yeah.
I mean, these weeks fly by now.
It's
don't
Christmas.
they? It's gonna be.
Next week.
Yeah,
It's
get your
gonna be
Christmas gifts early
Christmas.
too.
It's gonna be. Might as well just make that ad for Christmas. Okay. Anyways, let's open the lid here, and let's talk about keyboards nowadays. So keyboards nowadays, now they have gaming keyboards. Gochu Alex wanted me to talk about gaming keyboards. So
Well,
like
I didn't.
what
I just
Faker
suggested.
uses, which is who's behind him, looking at Amanda.
Very intently.
No, he's not. He's looking at the game. He's focused on the game.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So just so you know, I did some research on what Faker uses. So one source says that Faker uses the Corsair K70 keyboard, which you can buy on Amazon for $159. We're not sponsored by any of these people, so don't go buying the keyboard just because we said so. But yeah, what do you think about?
Do that.
I gotta put the disclaimer out there. Okay, well, what do you think about this? About like buying a certain keyboard to play better on these games? Does it give you an edge? Like if Faker uses it, should you buy it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
because I bought this stupid cheap one that cost like $20, and that's why I lost Type Racer.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
tiny. It's tiny. It's like this just stupid little thing, and I need to get a new one. So I was gonna get advice from Josh or something here. But
okay, yeah. Yeah, so actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to get some advice from GG Josh about keyboards, like what to look out for, any tips, that come to mind when buying keyboards, or like if you want to start making your own keyboards. Like what should you look out for to get the best value?
Yeah. Oh, so if we're thinking about value, the thing with the custom mechanical keyboard world is that it's not one of those hobbies where the more you spend, the more like better performance you get out of it. After a certain point, like everything is just the same in terms of performance, and you're mainly buying it for cosmetics. Like there's something that about the look of it that you really like. So and a big thing about the hobby too is that it's based on preference. So it kind of like what I mentioned, where there are a bunch of different components that you source yourself. like there's so many variations and different options that you can choose from for each of these components. Like for example, the switch itself. Historically, it was just blue, brown, or red switches, which indicate whether it's a linear switch, a tactile switch, or a clicky switch. But since Cherry's patent has expired on it, now there's like a plethora of different switches out there, and so like they still more or less like fall under those same categories, but there's just like different variations among each of those groups. And so now it just becomes like, oh, which one do you like in terms of like what level of tactility do you like? How much force spring do you like? Like, you like a heavy switch? You like a light switch? Yeah, I guess like it's hard for me to say whether I can give an advice without like knowing what you yourself like, because I know like some people don't like loud switches. Like they don't want to hear like the clicking and the clacking of everything. So maybe for those you prefer a silent switch, which are a thing, and it's
So you said like there's a certain price where you start to, when you pay more, you don't get really bad like the value from it. What's that cutoff around? Like so so Faker's keyboard is like 150. Is that too much, or is that about like the cutoff point?
I guess maybe that could be around the cutoff point. So another professional player, or I don't know if he still plays professionally, is at Skara. I know, do you all remember Skara? He actually got a custom mechanical keyboard commissioned from this individual called Teha Types, was really big in the custom mechanical keyboard world, and his keyboard roughly cost him around $2,000. And for one of those, like there's not a whole lot of difference between that and probably the $150 keyboard that Faker has in terms of performance. At that, the thing that he got out of it is just more on the look itself, the weight. It has like a heavy brass weight in it as well. That kind of patinas over time, so you can see like, you know, like the look of it kind of evolves the longer he has it, etc. So 150s, perfectly fine. You can even like get a decent one for like less than $100. To be honest, it's all gonna be working the same.
Okay. How about that $20 one that Gochu Mike has?
Which one is that one, Gochu Mike?
It's a Red Dragon or Redragon.
I feel like that'll be just fine too.
Really?
I don't think it is. Like,
If you want a reason to spend money, then it's not enough. It's not enough. You should definitely upgrade.
Just the big problem is like I have big sausage fingers and they're too tiny. You know, the keys.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so that's something I have to look out for.
Okay. How about Gochu Alex or Gochu Amanda? You guys have any questions for GG Josh about keyboards now? Like what they should, about your own keyboard?
Yeah. Well, not really like keyboards now, but Gochu or Guest Gochu Josh, if you were like knowing us, with your, like limited experiences with each of us, what kind of keyboards would you suggest, or like designs even maybe?
Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like I don't really know each of your color preferences. I think a big thing for me, like if I were to build a keyboard for someone, it's just first thing is color palette. Like what do they like? Because there's so many different colored keycap sets out there.
How about not really our preferences, but how you would like the color that you would associate?
Oh, okay.
Us.
Okay. All right. Well, for Alex, Amanda, and Chad, I feel like my go-to answer would be Alex would be like beige and brown. For Amanda, it's white and black spots. And then for Alex, it'll be brown. And like these colors I picked up because they're your dog's colors.
I guess
that's why you guys
because you said spots. I was like,
yeah. And I don't think I've ever met your dog, Maddox.
Oh, she's somewhere.
Somewhere.
Just I'll work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Summer is also brownish.
Oh, brownish.
Or- yeah.
Yeah.
Can you-
But to be honest, I don't know your what your favorite color is. To be honest, that's why I picked those ones. Like, oh, okay, yeah. If they're based off of their dogs, I bet they're gonna love it.
Actually, that reminds me of something when I was first like looking to buy a dog, and before I chose Mita, I was thinking like, why dogs are only 3 colors, pretty much, like brown, white, black, like the 3 main colors. Imagine if dogs came in like other colors, like purple, blue, green. That'd be more interesting. I don't know. This is something that I thought about back then. It made me remind me of, like, I remember that. But can you tell us a little more about like what linear, what was it, clicky and tactile are, like the differences of those 3 kind of types of keys?
Oh, yeah, definitely can. I said off because of Maddox's dog.
Oh,
Oh,
stealth dog.
part of Summer's.
Oh. Oh.
So yeah, Gochu Mike is showing Summer on camera right now.
No, very cute. Yeah. So right. So those 3 that you called out: linear, tactile, and clicky. So a linear switch is a switch that goes straight up and down without any feedback. So you'll reach the bottom of the switch without feeling any resistance. And then a tactile, there's a little bump on the leg of the stem itself, and that little bump gives it that tactile sensation, so that even before you reach the bottom, you feel some sort of feedback. And then clicky usually refers to a click bar, where when you press down, a click bar is released and then creates a clicking noise when you press. And I say usually because there's some other mechanisms to create that clicking noise as well, but the most common one is having that click bar.
Okay, and then out of those 3, which one is the most popular? And for like regular use and also for gamers?
Oh, okay. I think for gamers, linear is the most popular one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And there's even called there are linear switches being marketed as speed switches, and I think they just have a shorter travel time, and so that's why people have that assumption that it's going to make them faster or better at their gaming, which makes sense if there is like a shorter travel time before actuation. I don't know too much about that, so don't take my word as gospel there. But and I guess in a custom mechanical keyboard, it's all over the place. Again, it's more of like a preference thing where there are different camps. Like there's some diehard linear fans and then tactile fans, and clicky fans are usually much smaller. Yeah, but they're still there.
What are your preferences for a keyboard?
So right now I'm in the tactile gang. So I have different tactile switches with different levels of bump, and that's like how strong that sensation is that you get when you press on your switch. And so I have a range right now, and I'm kind of figuring out how much of a bump I enjoy when I type. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And well, that kind of leads us to our next segment. Please, you have to watch the stream for the sounds. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Okay. Okay. Let me start again. Jang Oh, Jang Jang Jang. Oh, Jang Jang Jang.
Oh my god.
Jang Jang Jang. Jang. Okay, so wait, no one said anything.
Oh, we don't know the timing.
Jang
Yeah.
And then you do.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if there was gonna
let's
be
start again.
more.
So usually after we say
afterwards.
Jang Jang Jang, after I say it, then the rest of the people say Jang Jang Jang. They follow out after. So we'll try it again. Okay. Jang.
Oh, we didn't hear this.
Sorry.
Jang.
All right, okay, let's move on.
Sorry,
you-
Josh.
You can stop watching the stream. Okay, so Jang 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 is where you have to pick from one of the three options. Okay, so for this one, it is the keyboard type, mechanical switch types. So it's linear, tactile, and clicky. So Guest Gochu Josh just described the three options for people who don't know what those are. So I'll go ahead and start. I'm also a tactile gang member. I like tactile. My current keyboard is tactile. I think that feels the best. So yeah, go to Alex.
I think clicky is probably my preference. I like it when it makes a lot of noise.
Isn't it click? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Is it wrong? I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Fudge.
I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Oh, no,
I'm kidding.
this is how we treat our guests.
I don't know.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, right? Okay,
Yeah.
he was gaslighting me.
Oh, so it's like Gochu Amanda can hear your clicking from the other room then when you play games.
Oh yeah. I always try to make it a point to like not use my headphones if I don't have to, so she can like hear everything I'm listening to.
Oh.
I think I prefer not to listen, actually.
All right. Okay. Gochu Amanda, do you have a preference?
I think I'm actually more of a linear person. Like I don't really like to hear a lot of noise when I'm typing. It kind of distracts me, and I don't like the regular gaming keyboards. They're kind of hard to use for me. I don't know, just like the level of like the pressure that you have to put in to using them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Gochu Mike?
Gonna be clicky boy too. Ooh, I almost messed it up. Yeah, loud noises, good.
Okay. It's kind of evenly distributed. All right. Okay, that was Jang Jang Jang. And I want to talk about keyboards nowadays, like how you use them. So I remember before COVID, at my previous job, I had to ride the train to work. So I rode the train down to like, what is it? Like about 20 minutes or so ride. So during that time, I always like just fell asleep in the mornings. I had to wake up early in the morning, ride the train down. And instead, I was like, oh, I need to be more productive. So I need to like, why don't I write, like, because I usually write on my free time. Why don't I write on the train rides back to and from work? And so I didn't want to write on my laptop because I didn't want to take out my laptop, and also I didn't want to take my laptop too. It's heavy, so I just wanted to write on my phone. But then it just didn't feel right, like texting on your phone while writing stuff, like a story. So I bought one of those portable keyboards that you can put your phone on and you link it via Bluetooth.
Oh.
And that didn't help either. So it was kind of a waste of money. But is there any kind of experience with keyboards recently that you all had, or maybe that you kind of like witnessed? I know, Coach Alex, you had a old coworker who used like a typewriter on his breaks or something.
I don't remember that.
You told me about this guy. Remember
First job. Oh, this was my very first job.
Yeah, but that's kind of like more recent nowadays than it is back
but this
before
is-
college. Yeah, but what?
This is okay. Yeah, but yeah, during breaks, lunch breaks, he'd pull out his typewriter, or was that what it was called, typewriter? Yeah. And he's like write like his story or something.
Oh, he just like pulls it out. Are
Yeah.
those heavy?
I mean, he just keeps it there, like under his desk.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the thing with the. Ching!
Yeah, with the thing that's yeah. Yeah, he was interesting. Yeah.
A little is eccentric.
A little, yeah.
Wait,
a
am I saying that
little,
right? Speak to me.
I think so. But for like right now for work, I use an ergonomic keyboard, the one that is like 2 pieces. I think it's called a Kinesis keyboard. Yeah, I think that makes it a lot easier to like always like continuously work without having to feel any joint aches and stuff. Because before I used the keyboard, like your hands would be like this, and your wrists are like straight, and yeah, it was really hard. I thought like maybe because I was playing too many games or something, but I've always played a lot of games, so I was like,
so maybe you're just getting older.
Maybe.
But then the ergonomic keyboard fixed the problem.
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I got that too, but I got the Logitech one, which is all one piece, but it has a curve there. Yeah, I think it helps a lot. I think it's definitely something you should get, especially for work. But what about the rest of y'all? Any kind of special relation with keyboards now? Any kind of story?
I do have a portable keyboard. Because I'm mostly on my laptop, but I like to have my laptop on like a elevated stand.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do that and try typing on my laptop, it just like shakes the screen a lot, and I really don't like that. So I have a separate keyboard that I carry around when I go into lab. But sometimes I'll think that I won't do work at home, and so I'll leave my keyboard in lab, and of course those are the days that I actually need to do things, and then a lot of yeah.
All right, Gochu Mike. No,
I got nothing. I just all day. I don't have to type much. I just like my initials, Control P, Control C, Control V. And that's pretty much it. Like a few words.
And then after work is WASD.
No, not even anymore. Oh man, I wish.
All right.
QWER.
QWER.
It's not W. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, yeah. QWER. All right. Okay, so our next segment, it's you're gonna have to listen to the stream for this quick little intro. Okay, here we go. Gochujang, Gochujang, you're so spicy, it makes me feel so wrong. Gochujang, Gochujang, you're so spicy, it makes me feel so wrong. On my knees and I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, miane, oh sorry. Okay, so this is the I'm so sorry segment. So the first time I did this,
that was really good.
Oh,
I was gonna throw that out there.
really thank good. You. Oh no, you're too kind, man. Oh,
you are too kind.
Yeah, really, way too kind.
Rip.
Hey Amanda, you said my song things were good.
They are good.
Okay, all right, thank you. But yeah, so this is a segment where I bring back whenever I have to apologize about like a mistake I made in the past where I said something wrong. This time I wanted to apologize to a podcast, a sister podcast to us, near and dear to our hearts, the Gochujang podcast. So I wanted to apologize to Josh, Jang, and Katko, the hosts of Gochujang podcast. I said that this is an apology. I compared our podcast to theirs, and I said that their podcast, like our podcast, is extended past their lifetime podcast, and maybe there's some life. They have some kind of life issue, like something happened which had made them stop. They couldn't do the podcast anymore, so genuinely wanted to apologize for that. And also, Josh, Kat, if you ever want to come on the podcast as a guest.
No. not you, Josh.
These are the people I'm apologizing to. If you ever come on the show as a guest, please reach out to us. Let us know. we'll be happy to have you on, and we can do one of your like boring topics like.
I was actually telling Gigi Josh earlier that there's just a lot of comments on our podcast that like I feel like our podcast should already be canceled.
Really? We have comments? Negative comments?
No, like the comments that we make.
Oh.
It's cancel worthy.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. Oh, and also I wanted to deeply apologize to, if you all remember from the last episode of Jeopardy, we called all the people who go and see Jeopardy in person as weirdos. I wanted to genuinely apologize for all those people. I know they have their own, things that they like to enjoy doing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know why we said that. Go Charles. Why were we saying that?
It is kind of weird, like after Jeopardy's been on the air for years and years that they
We're
still have, like, a
apologizing,
studio
Gochu Alex. We're apologizing here.
audience. Okay.
Come on. Yeah. So yeah, I think Gochu Mike also said something about that too. So you gotta.
Did I? I'm not apologizing for anything, but it's better than your guys' like half-assed apologies.
Oh my God. I
They
feel
throw
kind
parting
of
shots
embarrassed.
in
I don't
there.
know if I can have more of my friends as guests.
Oh,
anymore.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, okay, fine. Let's get Gigi Josh's opinion on this. All right. So, Jeopardy, the game show. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's like live audiences to go see the show.
Yes.
Like, okay. So first of all, you're probably not. We're not gonna go see Jeopardy live. We're not gonna go as an audience member, right? So the people
Yes,
who
we'll
do
be
go.
participants.
Right, exactly. So, but the people who do go to watch it live, like, what do you think? Like, what kind of people do you think those kind of people are? Like,
I mean, they could just be genuine fans of the show.
exactly, right? Normal people.
Because like, for example, like there's like late night shows like Conan O'Brien,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there'd be people that would want to show up for those because they are genuinely very into Conan O'Brien and the show itself. I feel like there'd be some people, the same thing for Jeopardy. But I feel like also like maybe over half of those seats are also filled with like the relatives of the people, of the participants
Mm-hmm.
that are there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
Gochu Chad, the way that you kind of phrased the question, it kind of made it sound like you weren't really giving Josh the opportunity
Oh,
to
was-
actually be honest with his answer.
okay.
Okay,
Like,
wait.
we all don't go. Like we aren't.
No.
the people to go
Okay.
see.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, I genuinely apologize from what I said last time about how people who watch Jeopardy in the audience are like weird people. You can enjoy it. You can go there and see it. Maybe you like the host. Although I do remember Gochu Mike saying something about like going to see Alex Trebek or something was weird or something. I don't know. Yeah. But I do understand it because I saw Stephen Colbert. I saw it at the Late Show once in the audience. But I think that's a little different.
But
It's like seeing celebrities.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. You get to see celebrities that they
Mhm.
talk to, and that's definitely bigger than Jeopardy contestants.
Mhm. But then I think it just shows you how big the world is and how there's so many different people out there. And then also there's just like so many different kind of hobbies you can have, like either crocheting or making keyboards. And there's so many things you can like level of how much of an expert you can be in those hobbies and like little nuances to that. So it's understandable. So I completely apologize. I'm sorry. All right. Anybody else want to apologize for something? Just clear something off your chest. Make yourself feel, like
well-
a little better.
I do have something.
Oh, you do?
actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's Amanda?
I kind of stopped listening to our podcast for a while. Like
No.
after the recording, I wouldn't really go back and listen to it. But recently I did, and I realized I like did lose a lot of enthusiasm. And so I apologize for not being as enthusiastic about this podcast. So I'll try to be better from now on.
Oh, it's okay, Gochu Manda. Actually, okay, so if you think about it though, the most enthusiastic you've been was the personalities test episode, and that's our most listened to episode, right? So imagine how much our podcast could explode if you were to be enthusiastic every episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll try. I like reflected back on myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, wow, I sound very boring. Like, I don't know why someone would listen to this.
I know. I'm sure there are people who listen just because you're on the podcast. All right. Anybody else? Gochu Alex, I know you have something. You have to have something.
No, I was just gonna say, if you're apologizing just to make yourself feel better, is that like a real apology?
I know. So when I said that, I felt kind of wrong. So I apologize.
Yeah, apologize.
I'll apologize for that. Yeah. Anybody want to apologize? Because it's the right thing to do. Right. Anything else? Coach Alex, you have had to have something.
I don't have anything. No.
Okay, maybe next time. All right, so let's move on to the Spice Test. So we're rating keyboards now. Are keyboards still spicy? So when they first came into being, and then now, in the 1970s, I think is when they standardized. So it's pretty much like keyboards are known as computer keyboards, and so after that, nowadays, would you still consider keyboards as being kind of hot, kind of spicy? So Gigi Josh, because you're our guest, we'll save your opinion for last. Is the most important. So go ahead, go to Mike.
Yeah, it's the least important.
Shit. Oh no, I apologize for that order. I apologize. I didn't mean to sound like that. All right, I'll go first. I'll go first.
No. I think probably like a 3.5. I think.
What is this out of?
It's out of four Gochus.
Okay.
Yeah, so like definitely like keyboards in general, I don't think we're like you couldn't really have a hobby of it back in the day, right? It's just kind of existed. I mean, sure, probably like very like small like groups had it as a hobby, but now it's like a lot more mainstream, a lot more options, and yeah, so I think 3.5 is pretty solid, and I definitely need to listen to some of this advice and throw away this crappy failure that let me down.
Yeah, I'm surprised you still have. What was your last keyboard? I'm surprised that you have a $20 keyboard you've been using.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was like just one of mine just like broke, and then I was just like, oh, I need like a keyboard, and this was like it was on sale, and it was like get it like immediately. It's like okay, I'll just get it, and then it's like oh no.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go to Alex.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Gochu Michael's.
Oh, what a coward!
and say 3.5 too, for the same reasons. Because, yeah, I mean, I remember when I was using the Apple keyboards, the wireless ones.
Oh, those are terrible.
Those are terrible.
Those
oh
are
my
terrible.
God! Actually, I want to ask Gigi Josh what you thought about those Apple keyboards.
Yeah, I actually have two in my closet that were given to me by my company, but I never unsealed them or opened those, so I actually don't know if they're any good. But the switches, like the butterfly switches on the Apple MacBooks right now, like I personally don't like them. I feel like I need to really like end up like smashing the entire laptop itself, or like I'm pressing down a little too much, so like my fingies get kind of sore after typing for a while. So I don't like those, but I don't know, maybe the wireless ones are better. I haven't tried them out yet.
No, I remember they were like a nightmare for me.
Oh yeah. Oof.
I feel like every keyboard I've used after that has been a lot better. So yeah, so not only because you can customize your keyboards and make it a hobby out of it, they also, I think, just gotten better over time. Because like the keyboard I'm using now is like out of the box that came with my desktop, and it's still better than the ones I've used before.
So I was right then. That's a Gochu Al's keyboard.
It is, and actually, this is my second one because the first one I broke because I got kind of upset,
Oh.
and I just like smashed it out. And I was like, oh hey, I have two of them. They're kind of disposable in that sense, so let me just go ahead and have fun with the first one.
Oh, okay. So you smashed it for fun, not because you're.
Yeah.
Okay,
For fun,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
It made it
okay.
sound like you were like you had anger.
Oh, it was a little
my-
bit of that too, maybe.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep him toned down a little bit. From time to time, I'll come in and tell him you're being too loud or something.
And isn't this a split keyboard? So when you smash them in half, you have quarters now.
The one I use for work is a split one, but then the other one
Oh.
that's for games is
Gotcha.
Okay. I do agree though. Those Apple keyboards are the worst. They don't connect well to like whatever you're using, the MacBook, whatever. And also, I just hate Apple in general. I'm not gonna apologize for that. And I'm gonna give keyboards. I don't want to piggyback on 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 4. Keyboards are pretty spicy. They have ergonomic keyboards, which are really, really nice. I remember I was having wrist problems too, but then once I used the ergonomic stuff, it really helped out a lot. And even now, my keyboards, I have like 2, I think, and they feel really nice when you play games on them. There's just so much uses to it, and the fact that you can customize it so much, it's pretty spicy. So 3 out of 4. Go to Amanda.
I think I'll also give it a 3 out of 4. I like that like now there are a lot more options for you to choose from to fit your needs, but it's also still very like you said, it's like a very like niche, like specific type of hobby. So I actually didn't know that there were like group of people who enjoy making keyboards until GG Josh got into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know what that means, but but yeah, I think it'll be kind of fun. Maybe sometime down the future, I'll ask GG Josh if he can help me make like a Gochujang Gang themed keyboard.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be fun. Like a fun little project to do.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
not little, fun, big, time consuming project.
All right. Yeah. All right, GG Josh, what are your thoughts?
I think we are at 3. I think there's still a lot more room for the hobby to grow, and I say that because so as a part of the custom mechanical keyboard hobby itself, a lot of these components you source them through group buys, and what that is there are pre-orders essentially where you pool your money with a bunch of other people, and then you give your money to a designer, and then they'll get your keyboard manufactured, and you won't get your keyboard until like 9 months to a year and a half from when you're actually paid. And so I feel like in terms of availability for the custom mechanical keyboard scene, I think there's still a lot more room to grow, and that's why I say it's a 3 out of 4. But at the same time, it is very spicy in that it has blown up so much in the past couple of years. And I mean, on the topic of availability, there are a lot more vendors out there that have been trying to come out with more entry-level keyboards that are readily available. But yeah, there's still a handful of within the scene itself, though, that is still powered by group buys in that pre-order system.
Okay. I mean, how do you see keyboards changing in the future? Because I don't see it changing that much, because just how, like, judging from people's hand size fingers, you can't get any smaller or any bigger than what it already is. People are already used to the layout of the typical keyboard. So how do you, like, is there any kind of improvements that maybe people will see later on that you think might happen?
Yeah, I mean, the current layout that the keyboards are standardized on right now. Well, there's a few different like main formats. There's ANSI, which is what a lot of like the Western keyboards are based off of, or American keyboards are based off of. And then in Europe, there's also this the ISO layout with a big Enter key. But anyways, so these layouts are actually not very, as you can all tell, not very ergonomic, and they're actually based off of old typewriters where their positioning is in that they're staggered so that the little flippy things that will press the letter onto with an ink onto your paper won't jam and conflict with each other when you press on them, and that's why they're positioned in the way that they are. But since like that's no longer an actual factor for us, like I feel like there could be a future where the current layout doesn't have to be the way that it is now. And so yeah, there's the current like QWERTY layout in terms of like the letters themselves, but there's also different ones now called like Colmac and Dorvac. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And those are different, like the letters are positioned differently from your normal QWERTY layout in that they are easier to type on, and that like based on the grouping of the letters are based on how often they're used in English words, etc. So I feel like there's like so many ways for the layout alone to grow still. So that's one aspect I'm excited of or excited for. But also I feel like I guess in terms of manufacturing of these keyboards, there could be better as well. And I don't know. We'll see. I feel like there are other people out there with better ideas than I do, and a lot more imaginative. But
yeah, especially because like keyboards, you don't just type in English. Just it's used around the world, so there's so many different languages to type it. So I'm still kind of amazed that you're able to type like Chinese characters using keyboards. But you know, people are pretty amazing. They can figure out little tactics to make it easy, the best solution for it. So yeah, we'll see.
Do you think, like we'll ever not have like keyboards?
Yeah, that's happening now. The metaverse.
Let's
go,
I
Zach.
mean,
Really? Wouldn't there be like
nowadays there's like a lot of like touch screen options, and also I don't know if this was like is like an actual product, but I think I saw like something where they kind of like you have a device that kind of like shines out like layout of the keyboard, and then it's like a sensor to read your like finger motion to actually figure out like what you're trying to type and stuff.
But that's still a keyboard though, isn't it?
It's
You're
a
still
keyboard,
typing.
but it's not like
A physical keyboard?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like it'll kind of like take away Josh's hobby, basically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with improvements in speech to text, I feel like soon there will be no need for. Well, no, that's not true, because there are those that are disabled and cannot speak. So there will still be a need for that for a while until we can have a way to translate our thoughts into digital words.
Right, until we don't have to actually speak and can just communicate,
Well, that's still a while away. Do you hear about like the Elon Musk stuff?
No.
Oh man, it's like really bad.
What
Because
was
they're
it?
working on it now with like chimps, I think, or monkeys.
Oh, I
Are
saw
they
that
really?
one.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
did
wow.
not turn out well. It was like it was like really bad.
Yeah, like I think like the video that I watched was they like put a chip inside a monkey and made the monkey play this like game, like the game where you like bounce off the balls and by moving this like little block thing. And then just kind of like studied its like neuron activity. And then later they were able to get the monkey to play the game without it actually controlling the controller by making it just like, or just having it think of like moving things or in certain directions. But
Sounds like it was successful.
Yeah,
Um,
what went wrong?
I mean, I think there was just like a lot of issues with just implementing chips into a brain of an animal. Like, there's always a lot of issues with like use of animals, and like. Stop it.
I think I see a pattern
Animals. Now I can't even say it. But yeah, because I work with animals, and that requires a lot of like level of what do you call, like
Procedures?
Yeah, procedures and like protocols that needs to get like checked by, you know, like certain communities, and there's a lot of restrictions with that. But
so Elon Musk broke rules.
Well, I don't know what they're doing, but I think I'm guessing there's a lot of ethical issues with that.
Yeah, the big thing is that 15 out of 23 have died. So keyboards are good for a while, I think. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they died. They didn't have to die though. It's not like they were trying to solve like some kind of disease, right? They're just putting chips in brains of monkeys.
Yeah.
And they killed them that way. I see.
Yeah. So keyboards. We got some time.
All right. Okay, Spicy Gang. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Follow us everywhere on social media for the latest updates at Gochujang Gang, and on Instagram at Gochujang_gang. And go ahead and use our link, shop.analuisa.com/spicy, or enter the code SPICY at checkout to get 20% off all Ana Luisa jewelry products. And let us know if keyboards pass your spice test with a hashtag.
Hashtag, Josh, do you want to go ahead and plug your stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That's a long hashtag. I don't know. Hashtag keyboard for now. But yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/notporkjowl. That's NOTPORKJOWL. I stream there. I do keyboard builds, but also I started this program where I interview members of the keyboard community and ask them about their preferences, and just a way to get to know the people. Because I feel like even though the hobby itself is centered around keyboards, I feel like a larger part of it is the connections that we make with the individuals in the community. And so that's, and I wanted a way to be able to have people connect with random people, essentially. Come check me out. I'm also on Instagram and at @notporkjowl. And
is that because pork jowl was taken?
That is because pork jowl was taken. I love pork jowl.
Hey, so what is pork jowl?
Pork jowl is a part of a pig that you can sometimes get in some Korean barbecue places.
Oh.
And I love that stuff grilled. So good.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious.
Have you had pork jowl? What is pork jowl? I still don't know. So it's a part of a pig.
Yeah,
it's like like this muscle or skin or fat or meat area
around the chin, around the chin of the pig.
Yeah, but also, would you like to explain why you couldn't use pork jowl?
Wait. No. Well, okay, so it was just on one platform. I wanted pork jowl. It was on Twitch. I wanted pork jowl, but it was taken. So I was like, okay, I'll take not pork jowl. But then when I tried to make an Instagram account recently, I wanted to get the same handle at not pork jowl. But then for some reason, somebody took it, and I'm like, what? Somebody took not pork jowl? But then it turns out back in November 2020, I already made an account, not pork jowl. So I kind of blocked myself and ended up making a new account. And I was like, wait, no, I can just retrieve that. So eventually, I just got it back.
All right. Okay.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's I did that before too, so it's understandable. But yeah, so Spicy Gang, check out Josh, GG Josh, on Twitch at Not Pork Jowl. Apparently, he's a part of the pig. That's supposed to be good. And and like I mentioned last time in our last episode, don't forget to rate us on your favorite streaming service. Give us a review. Coach Alex loves to see it. He always reminds us about it whenever we get like a new review. So yeah, that'll be nice if you can do that. And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. And thank you for having me.
Well, thank you.
Bye. Next time you can come on our podcast and talk about Crash Landing on You.
Oh,
Ooh, I'd love that.
We could have done that.
Next time.
next time.
Josh is gonna get big on his Twitch. He already has a lot of viewers. Yeah.
And then next time I'm gonna have a background of Captain Ri and Seri.
Yeah.
Wait, you were more of a fan of Hyunbin than Son Ye-ji, right? You like the guy more than the girl.
I do.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
a very handsome.
So I was
man.
about to ask you if you're watching the new drama where Son Ye-ji is in 39. Are you watching that?
No, not yet.
Oh, if it had Hyunbin instead, maybe you'd be watching it then.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I told Josh about it, but he didn't sound that interested.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I like Seri as well. No, she's awesome. She's awesome. But Hyunbin though.
Okay, so yeah, maybe next drama that he stars in, then we can have another Hyunbin special episode.
Oh.
Yeah, and talk about
That'd
his
be
old
good.
and new works. Yeah.
I will invite myself to that podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks, Josh, for your time, for joining and sharing your expertise.
Thank you.
Oh, spicy.